So you do know that your reality is subject to change, right? You know your reality is not like written in stone. You guys do know that, right? You know that your current reality is based off your past, right? So how you feel today, what you think about yourself today, what you know about yourself today, all that is based off your personal history. What happened to you in the past, where you come from. You know, if anything in your past changes, then it's going to affect your present reality. You know, because you base your life off of your past, your parents, your belief system. You're conducting yourself, how you act, the way you think. You're doing that all based off your past knowledge of yourself. And you know your past knowledge of yourself was given to you. Right? You know your religion was given to you. Your name was given to you. You know, you wasn't born with a religion. The God that you believe in was given to you. You wasn't born believing in God. You know, so your parents, those things, your siblings, all those things were given to you. You was born a blank check. You know, so everything that you know about yourself is a download. You know, so if you go back and realize that your priest molested you while you was going through a Catholic church, it's going to affect your current reality. If you find out that your dad is not your dad, he's your stepdad, it's going to affect your current reality. If you go back and find out that you were adopted, that nobody in your life, in your family, are your blood relatives, and come to find out that you came from another reality based on different circumstances, it's going to affect your current reality. You know, so you got to understand that the matrix, the belief system that you're currently in, is critical that those systems stay in place. That's why the religious institutions, they fight tooth and nail to keep your belief system in place. Because if you realize that everything that you believe in may be a falsehood or false representation of reality, the system will crumble. So it's important that the people who are in the matrix right now, the people who do not want to come out of the matrix, living an unconscious lifestyle, they will fight tooth and nail to maintain the status quo of their reality. Even if they find out that shit is fake, they still gonna try to fight for it because they don't believe it. I don't believe that my mom, my dad, my brothers and sisters, I don't believe that everybody lied to me. There's no way God is not real. I've been fighting for this God all my life. He got to be real. So even though there's no scientific or real world proof that the God exists, I have to fight for this. And I will kill for God. I will kill people for my God. Think about the psychology behind that. You got people that will kill for their God, even though the Catholic Church has raped thousands of children. Not in the name of God, but in the name of personal gratification. So when you get to the point where you say that you will kill for your God, which people will do, and they do it all the time, people will cut their family off, disassociate from their brothers, their sisters, excommunicate their loved ones for God. That's not God. That's you being living in a false reality. Don't have nothing to do with God. There are thousands of gods. God is man-made. There's thousands of them. So you run around here thinking you got the one? That's because your reality is fake. And somebody tell you that your reality is fake, you are pissed. You will die for it. See? So that's what it really boils down to. Being able to accept the fact that what you believe in and the reality that you're living may not be true. You got to accept that fact. I've accepted it. I've accepted it. Because just think, if your grandmother was adopted, that means her parents are not her parents. That means your great-grandparents are not your great-grandparents. So if any part of your past is not revealed, it's hidden, that means your whole family structure is fake. From the beginning, from the lineage. So can nobody in your family be adopted, married into? None of those things can exist. You have incest. None of those things can exist in your past. You have women that have cheated on their husbands. So it's another, you have men that have raised another man's child. That's not even your child. That's happened a lot. There are a lot of people running around who do not realize that their dad has died and gone, but that wasn't their dad. Their dad came from an affair. An affair. Trust me, there was a guy who divorced his wife. Okay? Got married to another woman. Okay? She was having a hard time getting pregnant. She couldn't get pregnant with this man. So they went to a doctor to find out why she wasn't getting pregnant. So they ran tests on both of them to make sure that they were both fertile. So she was fine. Her body was fine, her reproductive system. They checked his sperm count. Come to find out, he was sterile. This dude, his sperm was dead. He couldn't have kids. So he told the doctor, but I already have kids from my first wife. The doctor told him it was impossible. The doctor told me it was impossible. So he went back and told his first wife, the doctor said it's impossible for me to have kids, so how do we have kids? Come to find out, the wife had been cheating with another man for 10 years. Those children were not his children. They were another man's child. He had no idea. If he wouldn't have got divorced and married another woman and tried to have kids, he would have never have known that those children were not his. Okay? So he sued her and the guy that she was having an affair with. Sued both of them. Sued him for child support. And he won. Okay? So this unfolded in front of the kids because they thought that was their dad. So now their children's reality is shattered because it's fake. But he could have died in war. He could have died in a car accident and nobody would never have known. It would have been a secret forever. And the kids would have lived their entire life thinking that was their dad. If the mom wouldn't have told, she would have never told the truth. See? But guess who the children are mad at? They're not mad at the mother. They're mad at this guy who raised them because he's not their dad. Shit, he is not their dad. They're not mad at, and they don't even want to know their real dad because it's a mess now. But they mad at the guy who raised them. He said he still loved the kids as his own, but they're not his children. And the children are fighting tooth and nail to keep that reality, but that reality has been shattered. So you might well let that shit go. That is not your dad. And if you don't want to have a relationship with your real dad, you don't have a damn father. The guy that was living with him, he was playing the role of a parent and a provider, but he is not their biological father. And that's a real fact. In many households with these cheating ass women that then went out here and had an affair. And then gave birth to these children. While they was in a relationship with another man, some women don't even know who the dad is. They got to get a DNA test. So right when you're at the point where you think that your reality is real, it may not be. If you look significantly different from your siblings, you might not have the same dad. Point blank, period. If one sibling light skin, the other dark skin, you may not have the same dad. There's a genetic anomaly going on in DNA. That's just the way it is. You know, so you got to checkmate your reality. Some things you may not want to know. You may not want to know about the past. You might want to live this day forward. You know, but I'm telling you this because it's important not to take your reality too serious because this shit may not be real. Do not take, don't like I'm gonna die, I'm gonna fall on my own sword, I'm gonna die for this. No. Shit may be fake. Not fake, false. I'm just say false. It may be false. You may be able to go, you may be in a position to go to battle for somebody that you love. Come find out they were wrong. They the one that was wrong. You didn't even know. They told you a whole bunch of lies. And you about to go testify on their behalf, but they lied. So you got to watch people. You got to watch people before you lay it all on the line for them because folks are deceptive. They lie, cheat, and steal. You got to watch people. And they do it at different points in their life. At different points in their life, a man or woman can be faithful for 20 years, then they decide to cheat on the 21st year. Boom. Look at Bill Cosby. Nobody knew that Bill Cosby was drugging women and having relationships with them. Nobody knew that. He did that for 30 years. See? And it shattered the reality of his life and the people who knew him. Because the people who knew Bill Cosby, that didn't affect them. It didn't affect their reality of Bill Cosby. Because he didn't do that to them. That's their reality. So you can't expect somebody else's reality to change based on an individual's reality with another person. The fact of the matter is, Bill Cosby did not rape or do whatever to every woman that he met. He only did that to the woman who was seeking favors from his network, who came into his hotel room knowing that he was married. Those are the women he did it to. The ones who made themselves vulnerable. Those are the women that he did it to. Was he wrong? Yes. Are the women innocent victims? No. Because they were seeking personal favors from his entertainment network when they entered his room. Some of them took the Quaaludes voluntarily. See? So Bill Cosby was living several lives. Several lives. So you got to remember that. When you think that this person that you know living one life with you, no, he might be a drug addict. He might have a sexual fantasies. He might be a child molester. Might be an alcoholic. He could have all kind of mental problems you don't even know. So you gotta keep your eyes open, wide open. You gotta watch people, watch their behavior when they start changing, doing weird shit. Like you like, hold on, dude, are you bisexual? You out there having sex with men and coming home about to drag your STDs into my reality? No, I mean, you gotta watch people. I'm telling you, if their behavior change and that shit's not consistent, look for the signs of weird shit when you're dealing with people. Look for the signs when they're doing something weird and they get exposed, and you see these little glitches in their matrix, in their reality. You see these little glitches and the shit. Now, wait a minute, what was that I just heard? What was that I just saw? Did I just see that? Did I just hear that? Yeah, you did. Take this shit serious. I'm out.